everybody, I'm Wiisdom here. It is just after midnight, making it no longer, I guess, Sunday, but Monday technically, 12:03 a.m. We just introduced Mystical Bad Juju. We did on my vacant save file. We went ahead and got her some cash, so she'll be ready to upgrade. Did the same thing with Jingle Bell Chompy Mage, but just like with her, I didn't look at her again. If you wonder why, it's basically because I have to bend down on my hands and knees and ow. I just ran into Whamshell's mace there with my knee. That's why it hurt. But basically, it's a very awkward position, and I wanted to have these characters' money to get them upgraded soon, and that's what we did. So we're pulling Mystical Bad Juju. She'll be resting right beside standard counterpart. And now, the man of the hour. We're going to throw down one of the, I would have to say, right after Chaos, and this goes back to, like Swap Force era, Trap Team. What people always wanted was figures, of Chaos and then Chompy Mage. He's probably the most prevailing villain that people wanted. Me personally, I might rank like Wolfgang, a couple ahead. Really, Broccoli guy would have been so awesome. But, nonetheless, Chompy Mage is hilarious, and I hope that he's kept that same quirky personality as we kind of throw him down here. I'm excited to see what he looks like in-game. Now, sadly, I don't have standard Chompy Mage yet, so we can't really compare and contrast the stats. So far, Dark, Solar Flare, Mystical, it's been the exact same statistics. Legendary has been superior numerics. If I'm thinking back correctly, and a lot of the times it was because of a hat or something, but it seems like historically, I think the Christmas figures sometimes do have better stats. But again, I can't tell you for sure because we don't have the standard one for our baseline. More than likely, they're going to turn out to be the same, but I will hope that he will have somewhat, even if it's luck, anything to just kind of offset him a little bit. But he should be Alt-Deco. He'll appear like the figure in the game. Let's see him in all his chompy glory right now.
Chompy power!
Oh, he got special music.
Now that I'm a sensei, there is nothing your Imaginators can't accomplish.
Oh yeah, he's on fire. Alright. So this is cool. Oh, it's a very vibrant red in the game. And he's not holding a staff, he's holding the bazooka. Maybe if they had a good way to work around what they did, and my only real critique was that he was holding the staff, which makes him look like a sorcerer, which, you'd still think he is. His bio, however, addresses his change from sorcery to bazookery, if that's how we would word that appropriately. But the character is on point, man. It looks just like the figure. You've got the white chompy puppet. You've got the little sort of like life green crayon color tube for the bazooka. If they would have made the staff like a little bit thicker around, a better diameter, and then had like a chompy coming out of the top of the barrel, it would still look somewhat like a staff. But it would also be easy to denote, oh hey, it's a bazooka. But I could see the challenge of like having him in that pose there. It's not going to make a very good figure aesthetically. I think they did a good job with what they did, and the emphasis on the puppet, which I'm looking at here. It's a pretty good jog away down to the portal. It looks so cool. It's very impressive. Let's go ahead and open his gift chest first. Dun, dun, dun.
New backpack.
Oh yeah, it's the Chompy Pack, 25 armor, 25 luck. Very vibrant colors there. That kind of looks to be the same green as the bazooka tube, actually. Now, let's go ahead, let's do this thing. Alright, here we go. You ready?
What does all this mean? Don't ask me. I'm just a puppet.
Oh, he's a nut. Okay, this is somebody we're going to have fun with, I think. His health, I think it was 300, right? Ambushes was 340, so that's still superior. Attack is 12. Nice. That's +2 over ambush. Why am I using ambush? Because, hey, he was a live character that we have. So, armor is 8. That's the same as ambush. Speed is 15. Good grief, this man can fly. Ambush's speed for requisite measure was 8. His luck, 2. That's not a very high number, but what do you expect? It's the Chompy Mage. Looking at him at this angle, it looks pretty much spot on with the figure. The beard, the robe, the zaniness, the puppets. The bazooka has like a really cool texture to it. His dorky little slipper feet, the rifled barrel. Oh, hey, we can see through the inn. That was... See there? That's cool. That's very cool. Very nice attention to detail of this guy. I wish we knew what standard looked like, but, in game anyway. But I love the detail on the side of the bazooka. It's sort of got, like the old World War II fighter plane vibe going on with the shark teeth. I like it. Very nice. So I've logged his numbers. Let's go ahead now, and I'll spin him around for you awkwardly while I read you his story. His slogan, if you missed it, is Chompy Power. And if we can click this. Dun 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 dun. Alright, believe it or not, the Chompy Mage, there we go, that's the stick I needed, actually hatched from inside a Chompy pod. At least that is how his Chompy hand puppet tells the story. Having been raised by Chompies, it is no surprise that the old magician, note magician, is a little strange. He simply grew up embracing the Chompy way, believing that Skylands would be a better place if everyone was a Chompy, an illegal enchantment which he has actually tried to perform on several occasions. It was this kind of magic that led him to be locked up inside Cloudcracker Prison. Again, if you recall back, was it Trap Team? Might have been Swap Force? Anyway, he's had some run-ins with Flynn that didn't end that great for Flynn. But, after breaking out and joining the other Doomlanders, Chompy Mage was once again captured by the Skylanders. Eon gave these villains a choice, either go back to jail or become Skylander senseis, teaching new generation of Imaginators their formidable battle skills as well as how to stay clear of life crime. They accepted the deal, but first had to prove themselves by rearranging all the books in the Academy's library, a task which took almost 2 years. You know that drill by now, testing every ounce of will they had. This also gave Chompy Mage time to take up the bazooka. That's right, he was a magician, sorcery-esque if you will, but all that time at the library rearranging the books, he got to pick up a new side hobby, and it was the bazooka. I love it. They explain the transition. That's what I seek with, like bad juju that bothers me so much. She was a sorcerer, and now she's a swashbuckler, and there's like no real explanation for the transition. With Chompy Mage, now we understand. We know why the transition was made. But anyway, gave him time to take up the bazooka, which he was naturally so good at that he now trains Imaginators of the bazooka class as a sensei master. And to throw in a little holiday cheer, the 2 years rearranging the library books also led him to realize that it was better to give than to receive, and thus Christmas became his favorite holiday, when he likes to send his little Chompy minions around with gifts for everyone at the Academy. Is that in the story? No, but we're going to roll with it. Note the detail, the little googly eyes. Those crack me up. The puppet is very well done both in-game and on the figure, so it's a very cool setup they've got here. Note he's got the shoulder rest, but he doesn't necessarily have it on his shoulder. That's a little awkward, but hey. Points for the detail, nonetheless. It's also like he's constantly quivering or shaking or something, which it just adds to the quirkiness of the character in this case. So let's check this out. This will be my first time ever seeing this stuff, and I'm extremely excited about it. Primary attack is Chomp-Zooka. Press X to shoot live Chompies out of your bazooka. Again, my thoughts are they'll do damage on impact, and then they'll just sort of be standard Chompy affair. Minuscule damage, but, dangerous in large groups or something. Up next, we've got Talk to the Hand. Press B, and the puppet screams with a burst of life-flavored magic. Tastes like chicken. I don't know what that'll do, but it looks pretty hilarious, it sounds hilarious, and it should be hilarious, so we'll roll with that. These next 4 will be the base upgrades. You need 3,300 to pick them up. Chompy Pile is going to be our first one and our tertiary. So press Y to transform into a pile of angry Chompies. Press A to jump out of the pile, which will keep going for a short distance on its own. 500 is the price there. For 700, we can get... Oh, okay. 700 gets a staff shot. Press and hold X to launch a magical exploding staff. Now, seeing this, it sort of further justifies their decision to have him pose with a staff. And it's, from all intents and purposes in that thumbnail, that looks just like the staff he's holding. So, very well done here. They put a lot of time and effort into the transition and his upgrades and things like that, and I appreciate it. Coming over here, you've got Acorn. Talk to the Hen now coughs up exploding acorns. Very similar, kind of draws back images of Stump Smash, who I still say one of the most underappreciated Skylanders of all time. He is an absolute juggernaut, and so many people are unaware of that. That said, we've got the final base upgrade. What a dashing pile. You got to unlock Chompy Pile, which that's our first one, and the tertiary, if you will. Press X to dash forward when in pile form. Pile now does more damage. Interesting. Now, we've got top and bottom paths here. Either one you take will set you back 6,900. We'll start with the top. Don't know the name till we've completed the base upgrades. It is Bitey Chompies. Chompies now latch on to enemies and chew on them for a bit. Okay, seems like they should have already been doing that, but whatever. Then we've got giant Bitey Chompies. Bitey Chompies transform into large Chompies. Large Chompies hang around longer than Bitey Chompies. Cool. And Pile Launcher. Chompies jump out of the pile and attack enemies. This one, I don't know how I feel about it. We probably need to experience it firsthand, but it's not screaming to me. But again, if we know the numbers, and the numbers twofold, number of Chompies, instance of damage, so we can sort of quantify it, it could gradually, drastically become more impressive. That said, coming down to the bottom path, get thee to a shrubbery. Acorns now spout poisonous shrubbery. That sounds awesome. Here lies a Chompy. Chompies now leave behind shrubbery. And shrubsplode. Shrubs now explode. Okay, classic life elements. You've sort of got an offensive path up top and a defensive path down below. And further life element classic, the top path is sort of like projectile based. Sort of if you think along the lines of Zook. He's got the top path Bazooker, the bottom path Floral Defender. I draw a lot of parallels between that, and of course they're both Bazooka-wielding Skylanders. So I'm inclined to say I'm initially more drawn to this bottom path. It's just a thing I've got to think which one. I almost want to say, logically, given that this is Jingle Bell Chompy Mage, it seems like he would have the Chompy path, right? Because it's sort of like the gift of giving. He's giving the enemies Chompies and, showering them with Chompy gifts. Whereas this is sort of more like quintessential life defense type of a path, and might tie in better with standard Chompy Mage. That's my initial impressions, though. We'll see how it goes after the base upgrades, if we change our mind or something. Then we've got the Soul Gem. Chompies to go, please. Jump, then press Y while in the air to break the Chompy pile up into individual minions. Again, we don't really know how to perceive this until we've got experience with it, let alone what prerequisites we have to have. So it sounds like it could be beneficial, but I can't really picture it as intended at this point in time. So Skychi, the Bazooker Shrine, is of course found in the Golden Arcade where we just were. So it is called Boingzuka. Dun dun dun. Hold right trigger to perform your Skychi power and ride the Boingzuka like a pogo stick. That should actually be pretty cool. That sounds very, very fun. This I can't really, will have to experience, but this, it's like, oh yes, let's do that. So, nonetheless, what we'll do, we'll hop. Man, he's a machine speed-wise out here. The Academy, inside here, we will have an accurate depiction of his speed. And 15 is a very high initial number, so he might turn out to be fairly speedy. Yeah, not too bad. Here's a good look at him aesthetically. Check out the shadow. Got the googly eyes on the bazooka and the puppet. So, Will he have a jump attack is my current big question. Let's stay down here. We're going to primary attack Persephone. Ah, there's the Chompy. Is he wearing a little hat? Let me get a time frame on this. So we're just going to start from when we shoot it. "10 seconds, I'm going to call that. So, 10 seconds, we'll remember that. Secondary attack, let's see what we get. Ha! I'm actually really going to like that, I think. It's almost like some sonar pulse type of a deal. Those eyes get me. Oh, man. I like the animation of the Santa coat, but it's also going to be something that probably gets annoying. I'm just throwing that out there. So now, can we jump in secondary? No. Can we jump in primary? You bet. Sweet. Oh, the other question, can we have what number of Chompies? Surely it's going to be like 3 or more. Oh, good lord. I'm not going to be able to count this. Is it 5? Or are they just timing out? Let's see. Every time I'm shooting, I feel like one is expiring, and I'm shooting as fast as I can. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it may be 6, because there's that guy over there. Alright, let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn. Yeah, every time I fire what I think would be the 7th, we get one disappearing. I think that's right. It's going to be like 5 or 6. I mean, you know, we'll roll with it. So, the primary attack. 5. No. 6 Chompies at once. 10 second runtime. And now the damage. Let's get a dummy in here. Oh, that was disappointing. So the initial impact, though, pretty strong at 45. 1. Oh, Chompy, get back up here. He's not going to make it. 1, 2. And he's gone.
How did we do, Chompy?
This might be 2 shots in their history. Not shots, but, you know, bites. So here we go. Brand new virgin dummy. Point blank range. Chompy 1, 2. And he's like, ooh, okay. So, initial shot will be 45. Half of that, 22, 5, 23, 68 for the critical. And then 45 to 68 with Chompy biting twice at 13 to 20. So essentially, what we would have, 45, 13, 13. If the Chompy stays up here. 20. That one didn't do 2. 1. Okay, you killed it. Alright, let me do it one more time here. 1. Alright. 45, 13. Failed. 45, okay. 13. 45, 13. Get him, boy. So you're not always going to get 2 bites, but the most we've ever done is 2. Oh, I thought he would get him again. Oh, dang it. Every time I get one that would, I'm just going to pin the dummy. And that happens. Get him! Okay. So, oh, there was the 68. There were 2 13s, thank you. But, for fun, look how quickly we can eradicate these guys. And that's, when you're using them in succession like you should, it's going to be beastly. And that's pretty awesome. Now, what happens if we were to... Nothing? Okay. So, let's get a new dummy in. Secondary attack. 34, sweet. That would be 51 on the crit. It does have knockback too. Case in point, he comes to me. Back he goes with the crit. That's
I'm
gonna
a
work
mean
out pretty
green
well.
fighting machine.
Secondary 34 to 51. Let's make sure the jump is still 45, 13 to 20. Yeah, it will be. Got the 2 hits that time. Let's have some fun here and get everybody involved. And real world scenario here. Push them back, and then just start wailing away with the bazooka. And in a game scenario, you'd have the enemies like stationed more but you get the idea. It's gonna be pretty potent and pretty zany with this guy. And I wouldn't have it any other way, quite frankly. So jump attack will be same as above. I'm impressed. I like this guy. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to taking him down his paths. My initial impressions, again, top path, you know, Chompy based, possibly for Jingle Bell Chompy Mage, and then the bottom path, sort of the defensive life element, classic, if you will, standard Chompy Mage, which again I don't have, so we can't compare the stats. Hopefully there's a boost, but there may not be. We'll just have to wait and see. That said, let me know your thoughts on Jingle Bell Chompy Mage. I hope you're picking him up. If you're waiting, if you're planning on getting Imaginators for Christmas, or giving it as a gift to your kids, grandkids, niece, nephew, husband, wife, whatever cool person in your life is in the Skylanders, Jingle Bell Chompy Mage, he's a nice companion gift, if you will. You get a life element character, you get a Bazooker, and he's the holiday exclusive, so take advantage of it if you're so inclined. That said, if you're just a big Chompy Mage fan, this is a must-get anyway, and you've probably already got him, but again, he shouldn't be too terribly hard to find. I just hadn't had good luck with Wave 3 here recently, so that said, I can't wait to see him side by side with standard Chompy Mage. I think they will be a blast to play with. No pun intended. I guess pun was intended. Whatever. But I'm excited about getting this guy leveled up. So I will be working towards that. That's why I've already gotten them the cash they need to do just that. And hopefully we can ascertain standard Chompy Mage relatively soon, and that will allow me to not reset this guy and still showcase both paths to you. So that said, let me know your thoughts on Chompy Mage and Jingle Bell Chompy Mage. I'll probably get polls up on the Skylander Club forum, you know, which do you prefer and why. Maybe we'll do like a Christmas throwback between all of our holiday variants or something. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Comment with hashtag Jingle Bells. That'll get you a bonus brick in the Wall of Wisdom. If you're curious about that, information can be found down below. OneOfWisdom.com is my personal website. SkylanderClub.com is the forum. I created it for Portal Masters like yourself. Check it out. I think you will enjoy it. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Beam, those are the places that I stream. Follow me on Twitter. I will tweet all of my videos. I will tweet before I go live. I'll tweet when I'm out hunting Skylanders if I get anything cool, so some of you may enjoy that. You can also find my Twitter feed on the website. That said, thanks so much for watching. If you really want to help me out, tell your friends about the channel. I am not in a third-party partnership like everyone else and their dog. And I do things grassroots, and I get cross-promoted over, and it sucks, and I do what I can to put out videos that people enjoy, and not only that you hopefully enjoy, but hopefully that are actually informational, and you can take them and decide what path you want to take, or if you want to get the character or don't, or whatever it may be. Hopefully they help you out. That said, I'll quit rambling. I got some videos to edit here, so you'll have some stuff to watch. And myself and the Jingle Bell Chompy Mage will catch you later for more Skylanders Imaginators.